Hello everyone, it's Fiona from Fiona's Angel Wisdom page on Facebook. Just recording Angel Wisdom News 8. Last time I got it wrong and I said it was 6, but it wasn't, it was 7, so we're on 8 now. Happy 1st of June to everyone, and if you're not listening to it on the 1st of June, then happy June anyway. I hope you have a beautiful month ahead of you, and if you're having a hard time at the moment, just know that changes are coming and there's a release coming, and that everything happens for a reason. And even if it doesn't feel like life is on your side right now, trust me, it is. It all depends on how you handle the situations that surround you, and it's okay to get angry, annoyed and frustrated. Find a way of releasing and then let go. Letting go is a very important component. So to start off, I'm going to pull a card from Angel Healing Cards by Carmine Salerno. I love Tony Carmine Salerno, as those of you who have listened to other angel muses by me will know. So I'm just going to hold my hand over the box and then just randomly pull one. Okay, middle path. Embrace both sides. The middle path is a road to a balanced and more peaceful life. So with that is there's I'm feeling a give and take. So if you can't have everything that you want because other people are not playing ball, then compromise and choose the middle path. And I've just been told to pull another card, so here goes. Archangel Raphael, feel yourself surrounded by my emerald green light. I, Archangel Raphael, offer you the healing and solace. The storm clouds will soon clear and the sun will shine eternally bright. Trust. So whatever is happening or however you're feeling, there will be solutions to the problems, and you have to weather the storm and all will come good, and you just have to trust that all will come good. And also, if you're being guided to do certain things and take certain steps, and you are able to, then you must do these, because the divine guidance is there and ready waiting for you. And with that, I am just going to pick up my Angel Bible by Hazel Raven and randomly open a page. Indigo Ray. Archangel Raziel, color indigo, focus, intuition and insight. Chakra, third eye and ajna. Element of avyakta, primordial cloud of undifferentiated light. Balance expressed as intuition, clairvoyance, clairaudience and clairsentience. Indigo is the sixth ray of the physical visible rainbow spectrum and the fourth dimension transmuting ray of the throat chakra. It is the key to the development of latent psychic abilities and aids conscious connections to the spirit. Raziel is the archangel of the secret mysteries, whose name means the secret of God. He gives divine information by allowing us to glimpse the enigma that is God. This experience takes our consciousness beyond the confines of time, so any glimpses of this level of existence will show past, present and future as the eternal now. According to sacred law, Archangel Raziel stands daily on Mount Horeb, proclaiming the secrets of men to all mankind. Raziel's knowledge is total, absolute, unequivocal and perfect. When we receive these amazing insights, we need no confirmation of our understanding from others. Our crown chakra is opened, the flames of enlightenment descend, and we transcend normal reality. These encounters with Raziel can seem extreme to our friends, family, work colleagues, and even society in general, but once you have sure and certain knowledge of the workings of the divine, knowing nothing will ever be the same again. So basically, connecting beyond understanding and fathomable experiences to gain insight into helping healing past, present and future, and all will be well. And yes, you're going to ruffle some feathers, but sometimes that's a necessity to progress in life. And also, as you change, the people around you change, and those that are free to move with you and change with you will change with you, and those that are on a different path and a different grid will follow their destiny. Because whilst we're all the same, we're all different. We are all one, but still we have our own paths to walk in this life. I've now pulled a card from Soulmate Cards by Tony Carmine Salerno, Nurturing and Attracting Loving Relationships. So in order for you to heal your relationship with another, you must heal the relationship you have with yourself. Forgive yourself and accept yourself. Love yourself. Being kind to yourself is something really important, and I can't stress that enough. And I've pulled another one. You are beautiful. You are a beautiful and sensitive soul. Love's objective is to help you remember who you truly are, an eternal being of light on a path to ever greater love. So letting go of past hurt, past anger, and learning to rediscover yourself and why you're here and what journey you're meant to do, and what path you're meant to take, even if it's a material path, being a successful defense lawyer or a successful banker, teaching people things about how to deal with certain situations in life and money and things like that. We shouldn't judge people, but we also should always try and help people. I hope that makes sense. Some of that was just put into my head. So my next step is Angelic Inspirations by Tony Carmine Salerno. Yes, it is a love fest. Oh my goodness, every time. This is the third time in a row that I've opened the same page. So it's got a star, it's got a pentagram, it's got the Om signal. There you go. And it's got a beautiful angel face, and there's the bluest of eyes and light shining from the eye, and it says, allow your heart and thoughts to merge with the wind, the sun, the moon and stars. Flow with the streams and rivers. Be one with the clouds. The same life force flows through all things. The same energy that breathes you also breathes the earth and stars. Now I'm going to look at a different page, which has also got a lovely angel. And she's also got blue eyes with white light coming from her, so I guess there's a transformation, and she's got two beautiful red stars on her forehead, surrounded by gold and flames coming up from her. Your potential is your destiny waiting to be fulfilled. So with that, know that you are on the right track, and you will go to dizzy heights that you never figured that you would. Now, the angels are urging me to talk about some fairies, because nature is very important. Mother Nature's having a really hard time with some of the stuff that humans have been doing to her, and she's going through a realignment, and there's changes coming. And that is necessary, that she changes and rebalances herself, and the kinder that we are to nature, the better. But with that, we also need to connect to angels, fairies, folklore, and the trees and flowers, and just be kind. If you're snipping up a flower to put in your vase, say thank you to the flower for lending itself to you to make your home, or make somebody else happy, because that's basically what it's all about. Right. Glad fly, a spirit of joyously dances, a spirit that joyously dances in the moonlight on the surfaces of lakes and ponds. So that's one of the fairies. And then we have the healing goddess. This lady is the archetype of the great goddess of regeneration and healing. The blue auric forces surrounding her radiates the universal love we came from and will return to. Call upon her for healing of the body, soul and spirit. So we can call on fairies as well as angels and God and anybody else that comes to mind. Now, The Good Fairies by Brian Froud is a really lovely book with lovely drawings and paintings and things. Um, and I'm going to just read the Fairy Waters of Wisdom to you. And the image that accompanies that is a woman that feels like she's just letting go. She's just getting in touch with herself, and she's just surrendering all that is, and allowing the healings and the energies to come to her. And the picture next to it has got angels, fairies with it, and it's really, really a pretty one. From the hands of the White Lady of the Fairy Well pour the wise waters of Fairyland, sweeter than the finest human wine, smelling of honey and sun-baked earth. Fairy spirits have always been associated with wells and springs, meditating the healing properties of water and bringing hidden natural knowledge of the earth to light. This bright queen pours forth the endless flow of sparkling purity while surrounded by the fairies who cure various physical complaints: arthritis, skin disorders, gout, and a wart fairy in very ill temper. Fairy wells and sacred springs were considered potent sources of healing by ancient peoples all around the world. Here in the west of England, the old wells buried in the Cornish countryside and the famous Chalice well at Glastonbury, where the Holy Grail is said to be hidden, are visited to this day by those seeking cures and blessings. Pins, often bent, were the traditional offering thrown by pilgrims into the holy wells, a custom echoed by the modern practice of throwing coins into wishing wells. Rags were tied to nearby trees by those seeking cures for disease or barrenness. As the rag disintegrated in the wind and rain, so too would troubles fade away. Of all the numerous illnesses said to be cured by the sacred waters, the most common one was eye complaints. Many votive plaster casts or gold replicas of eyes have been found at the bottom of old wells, some of which were known as eye wells in times past, just as the old meaning of the word eye was opening. So a spring or well is also an opening into the earth and the fairies' domain. Certain pisky wells and fairy pools were once renowned as sites of prophecy. The movement of water or fish in the depths, or the pattern of light and leaves on the surface were all ancient means of divination in England and other lands. At special sites known as woe waters, the flow of springs or lack of it warns people of war, famine, and other trouble ahead. The fountain of youth can be found in legends all around the world. In Japan, it is guarded by a fairy-like creature called chrysanthemum boy, while in Spain it is under protection of the Zanas, the fountain fairies. As we rinse our eyes in this fairy well, see, my eyes are not working properly. Very well, we open up the eyes of the soul to see clearly and clairvoyantly into other levels of consciousness. The bright queen invites us to drink deeply of the water of fairy, as wisdom flows from depths of the earth through the white lady's nurturing hands. Water fae. Fays are the guardians of nature's secrets and other hidden knowledge. They rise from the murky depths of water to inspire, enchant, and guide us in the ways of the fairy queen. As the spirits of waterfalls and springs pour out healing water to refresh us, body and spirit, water is the source of existence, nurtured as we were in our mother's fluids. The fairies' gift of pure water is thus a potent one, cleansing and purifying the soul. It is the gift of life. In times past, the water fairy springs was sought as a cure for infertility. Fertility fairies or Green ladies could become over-enthusiastic in their work, however, enticing men into the woods, leading them a merry dance and leaving them exhausted or worse. The water this fairy holds out to you contains the gift of fertility. It may induce the fertility of the spirit rather than the body, a creative inspiration and new ideas. So I'm going to leave that there. It seems like for fertility, newborn, reborn, birth of new ideas, birth of babies, etc., really coming to pass at the moment. There's, with all the changes and all the endings, new beginnings are coming. Water blessing, water. So there's a lot of water being mentioned there. And I do believe that when you sit by a river or sit by the sea or even by a lake or pond, there's something soothing about it. And you can bless your water by just calling on the water fairies, or just saying a small blessing, may this water be blessed today, the water that I drink or use, or even when you're having a bath, bless the water, or maybe even if you have incense, let some incense run. And I can't remember the guy's name, but he had water cards, and I know a lot of people who own these water oracle cards. They place them on top of the water glass that they're about to drink, and they then bless the water and the attributes of whatever the card meaning is, and the water is then known to be tasting much better than it did prior to blessing it. So here's me drinking a cup of vanilla red bush tea. Maybe I should have drank something else. So just remember that even your food and stuff, if you're a Reiki master, a healer, a practitioner, you know to bless your food and things before you eat it, and give it some healing. So maybe just something like that. Now, I've opened the page of animal totems, the power and prophecy of your animal guides, and the animal is swan. Myths, folklore, and legends. One of the most beloved fairy tales is the Swan Princess. There are many variations of this fairy tale, but the basics don't change. A young princess and a young prince are brought together as children and fall in love. Shortly after they announce their engagement, an evil sorcerer kidnaps the princess and turns her into a beautiful swan. The only time she can return to human form is when she stands in the moonlight under the sorcerer's castle. In mythology, the swan is a symbol shared by at least two gods. She was often a symbol of Venus, the goddess of love, romance, and the arts. But she is also representative of Apollo, the Greek god of music. Rebecca, if you're listening, and Tracy and Laura, even though swans don't sing the way that we think of birds singing, there's a belief that they sing as they are dying, which may be where the term swan song originated. The swan also has known its constellation Cygnus. The swan is also known to have its own constellation, Cygnus. According to some myths, Queen Cassiopeia supposedly kept swan as a pet. Other versions say that the swan was actually Sionis, son of Neptune, who was smothered by Achilles. To save his son, Neptune immortalized Sionis as a swan. Cygnus, also called the Northern Cross, is easily spotted in the summer sky, thus its association in divination with the season of summer. Among Druids, swans represented the transition of the soul from life to death. One belief held in Scotland says that 3 swans are sighted together is an omen that a national disaster is imminent. Now, wonderful. One of the most breathtaking experiences is to see a swan on a placid lake. The bird's majesty and grace is equalled only by its size. It's the largest of the waterfowl. The 7 species of swan are found on every continent except Africa and Antarctica, with 4 of them found in the US. The black swan is the most common in Australia, particularly across the wetland habitats to the south. The white mute swan, native to Central Asia, has been raised in a semi-domesticated state since the time of ancient Greeks. In England, all mute swans are owned by law by the Crown, a law that dates back to the 12th century. It's believed that Richard the Lionheart brought the first swans to England from Cyprus after the Third Crusade. Not too surprisingly, swans used to grace the dinner tables of kings and queens, not as guests but as the main course. The name of the mute swan came about because of the widely held belief that it loses its voice at maturity. The mute isn't actually voiceless. Most swans make a hissing noise, but belief underscores the notion of strength through silence. Among most species of swans, the birds are ready to mate around 18 months of age and can raise several broods in succession. Both parents care for the young. Field biologists have confirmed that the belief that swans mate for love and are absolute paragons of marital devotion. When the mate dies, the survivor usually doesn't bond again. The average male swan isn't as gentle as it looks. It's able to break an adult man's arm with one beat of its wings. Swans can be ill-tempered birds. This sounds like me. Particularly if they are protecting their young. Oh yeah, I'm fierce. Swan certainly fits into more than one category, but we felt that its capacity for long-term pairing made its ideal example for this chapter. Its other categories are noted in the quick peeks of part 3. Significance, keyword, grace, beauty, fidelity, love, protection of children and family, monogamy. Big picture, you're in love or about to fall in love, and this relationship could be between soulmates. It doesn't guarantee that everything from here on will unfold in utter smoothness, but as long as you both recognize a past life connection, you're both in a much stronger position for lifetime commitment in terms of timing. Look to summer. When you have an experience with a swan, take note of the context. What were you doing that time? What was the swan doing? What happened in your interaction? Was the bird friendly, hostile, or simply indifferent? Also note weather and temperature of air and the colour of the swan. Of all these traits help define the divinatory meaning of the encounter. When you dream of the swan, it may be necessary for you to be more protective of your children, if you have any, or your creative children. It could also portend that love is on the way. Romance. Soulmates reunite. If you're already involved in a committed relationship, then your feelings for each other deepen considerably. The person you meet may be the gorgeous silent type, but you could have a bit of a nasty temper. The attraction between you and this other person initially may be simply a recognition, a profound sense of déjà vu. Finances. If you're not already involved in the family business, you may soon be. Your parents may either loan you the money you need or give it to you as a gift. This could include a down payment on a home, car, or for college. It's possible that you will help your parents or other relatives financially. Work, career. Swan comes into your life. You may be working for a small family-owned business. This business could belong to your family or to a family of complete strangers, but either way, the atmosphere will provide the love and protection you need at this point in your life. Or you may be considering opening your own business and hiring your family members. Either way, the point is to work in an atmosphere that is small and familiar. Health. The happier you are, the healthier you are. The same could be said for all of us, but for you, the connection is crucial. Try not to bottle up anger. Allow yourself to express it freely, but without harm to others. Express it, release it, and then move on. If you don't do this, it's sure to eat away at you. Family. The swan appears in your life that you could be in need to pay more attention to what is going on with your mate and children, or you may be feeling more protective towards them than usual. Your home is important to you at this time. It's what makes you feel most secure. Go ahead and indulge your need to nest and to secure and to bond. Creativity. It's important that you find your creative niche and pursue it. Don't listen to naysayers who are quick to tell you that you'll never make a living doing what you love. It all begins with your belief in yourself. Spiritually, at this time, your deepest spiritual experiences revolve around your significant other and your children. Your family lies at the heart of your spiritual exploration. Now, for me, that's very interesting, and I found that quite good. I hope I didn't bore you by reading as much as I have been doing. But I do think that they all kind of go together. We had the healing, the water, we had Archangel Raphael, and then we had the swan, and the swan covers all aspects of life, really. And all of these things can be applied into your day-to-day living. It doesn't take much to do these things and to think positively and to expand your mind and your heart and your soul and release anger. And also to learn to accept others' flaws. Just because someone has a bit of a temper or is a little bit brash sometimes doesn't make them a bad person. And a lot of these types of people have a very good heart and are just looking for someone to help them heal their pasts, and then they can release that anger. Or it may be that you need to help somebody that is in need of being guided. The angels are also saying that Archangel Raphael is good with travel, so if you're traveling anywhere, please call on him. Archangel Azrael again is coming in to say if you are grieving, suffering from a loss, or there's someone around you that you know is going to cross over, and just call on Archangel Azrael, and he'll assist you with the healing of grief and assist the other person to make a smooth transition. And maybe you're living in a house that is spooked or haunted by spirits that haven't crossed over yet, that are still locked in. You can call on Archangel Raphael, Michael and Azrael to help you release those spirits to the light, if you so wish, because they also, some of them might be in need to meet up with loved ones on the other side, and they can't if they're stuck in between. And my cat has just jumped on the window and is looking at me through the window going, let me in, and I'm saying no, because my little cat had his first kill the other day, his first known kill to me, dragged a bird home. I was very upset. I thought, oh no, that's a bad omen, but apparently it's not. Apparently he's just bringing me a gift because he loves me so much. You can think of better gifts, can't you? Like just going purring at me, that would be just nice. Right, now I'm going to pull cards from Universal Love by Tony Carmine Salerno and make them the cards for the week ahead, starting Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Okay. Right, so I pulled 6 cards. The Mystic is the Crown card, and I'm going to cover the Crown card for the weekend, so Saturday, Sunday. Here we go. The Mystic. Now it's a beautiful purple card with a white face, and she's got a star on her forehead, and she's got light coming from her eyes, and it's really nice. Now, if only I could find the meaning. I'm still learning how to use these cards. Awaken the psychic and mystic within. This card confirms that you have these abilities. Access them through trust. Follow your intuition. The next time an unusual thought enters your mind or you have a gut feeling, stop and pay attention. This could be the thought or feeling trying to tell you something. Stop and explore. For those who are already aware of their psychic ability, the mystic is here to remind you to use it. Integrate these abilities to your everyday life. She asks you to pay particular attention to your intuition over the next few days. You will receive important news. Keep a writing pad and pen handy. So over the weekend there will be downloads of information and signs that will be significant to you. Okay, here's the card for Monday, the Monday ahead, and that's spiritual growth. And there's an angel standing in between a lotus flower, and it's pink, and she's got purple wings, and there's a white aura and a blue aura around it, and she's looking a bit solemn, but she's also in touch with herself. So after connecting to your personal to your personal space and your personal insights over the weekend, maybe the growth will come with that. Take heart of this time of great spiritual growth. Powerful changes are taking place within you. It is important that you nurture yourself. Spend time in nature. Gaze at the stars at night, walk along a sandy beach. You will emerge from this period with renewed understanding. Pools of knowledge will swell from within. So basically find time to relax and find time to connect to your inner self, and that's for Monday. Tuesday is fear. Now that's just a golden orb with other colours surrounding it, and two pink type colours. It's got a very, very warm glow about it, and fear has crept into your life in some way. So maybe whilst connecting and reconnecting, you might become fearful of the future, or fearful of your own ability to connect to yourself. Anyway, is preventing you from experiencing something beautiful. Though fear is a natural part of life, often we suppress it and deny its existence. This creates a situation where we fear the very feeling of it. You are being asked to acknowledge your fear, then embrace it, and rather than have it embrace you. So take control, release it, and allow your natural beauty to shine. Know that love is the opposite of fear. Allow love to guide you. Trust that you are always protected by its light. So that's Tuesday. Okay, so if you're getting scared or worried, you need to step back into your power and own your life, and not let the ego take over and tell you that things are going to happen that aren't going to happen. The card for Wednesday is love. It's a beautiful angel, but she's like a tree. She's got branches, and she's surrounded by golden yellows and browns. And love has got to be a lovely card. Love for yourself. Be it in relation to your partner, children, family, work, or study, let love guide you. Allow it to fill you with its awesome power. Love mends and heals. It has the capacity to open all hearts and doors. The only thing that limits is fear, regardless of the issue. The next time you feel that you are about to react or reply to something or someone through fear, pause for a moment, then respond with love. Try it. You'll be amazed how love transforms all. Love is all there is. Love is the most amazing emotion that feels warm and gentle to the soul. Now, the next card is listening, and that's Thursday. And there's a lady lying down, and there's a star shining brightly down on her, and she's soaking up its golden light. A message is trying to get through to you from your higher self, an angel or ascended master. From your higher self, an angel or ascended master. Alternatively, it may be for someone dear to you who has passed away. This message will clarify something that has troubled you for some time. Rest, relax, and listen to the whispers in your heart. Allow the message to seep through. Let go, and the message will come to you when you least expect it. So on Thursday, just take time to relax and just breathe and connect to yourself, and there will be a message available. If you hear ringing in your ears, or something comes to you and you think, that kind of resonates with me, that's a message coming through. And the card for Friday is meditation. So there's a purple lady, and she's got white, and she's got like the snake coming down, and that's also the symbol of medics and doctors. So great healing is taking place. Your soul is yearning to communicate. Sit quietly and listen. Allow the light of your soul to swell in your heart. Pay attention to the guidance that comes through. Whatever you are struggling to find a solution, whether you are struggling to find a solution or gain direction, stop and take refuge. Give your mind the chance to be still. Meditate upon a loving thought, for it is through love that all becomes clear. So basically, it's letting go of fear, connecting to yourself, start opening up to your own intuition. And if you have stopped being intuitive or listening to your own messages, the week ahead is a time to reconnect and rebalance and realign and let love shine. Love is there, and broken relationships can be healed and fixed. And if they can't, then they'll be released lovingly, and new people will come, and just embrace life. Just really take every moment that you can. I know it seems like I'm hiding behind a lot of books and just giving meanings, but I am also trying to share with you that you all have the power to come along and buy these things or borrow these things or ask for them as gifts or find them in charity shops and car boot sales, and just teach yourself, connect to yourself. You don't need other people. Other people are good teachers, but you don't necessarily need to step out and straight away say, hi, I want to be spiritual now. You can do that in the comfort of your own home, in your own time, and also find the things that you're drawn to, and open yourself up to what your heart is drawn to. And even if it's not even spiritual, if it's something else like I don't know, taking an art course or learning a new language, you can do all of these things. That everything is readily available, and if you don't have the funds, you will receive the funds if you just believe. And the abundance angels just popping in to say, you don't ask enough, do ask, and you will be given what you need when you need it. And if it doesn't feel like you're getting it when you need it, think again. You'll always get everything at the right time. Everything always happens at the right time, because you have to be physically and emotionally ready for the things that are happening. And the finance angels are here as well to focus on money. People who are worried about losing their homes, people who can't pay their bills, ask for the help and be sensible as well. Use common sense with that. But if you don't ask, you can't be given help that you need. And asking is such an important part, and it takes a lot of courage, and it takes it takes courage and it takes strength to ask. But the least anybody can say is no. And then you'll be given other chances, and sometimes a reshuffle is needed to appreciate what you had and what you have, and where you're going and where you've come from. So sometimes we'll be given a test to shock us, and I know from my life that I'm not always thankful enough. I think I'm being thankful, and then something happens, I think, oh man, I should have been more thankful about that. Why wasn't I thankful about that? I thought I was, but I wasn't. So those are the things. So just take a few moments. I like listening to Snatam Kaur or any other Kaur out there that does spiritual music, and just sit and relax and breathe, and even just playing with my hair. If you don't have hair, just play with your scalp and just release the toxins in your head. And also you could take your index finger and your middle finger and pull on your ears and just release your ears as well. That can be very, very relaxing. And then take your fingers and then just rub them from the base of your neck either side, and then just rub them upwards and just in a circular motion, and then just push them up behind your ears and then press tight. And another thing that you can do is take your thumb and just press down between your eyebrows and press quite firmly and hard, and then take both of your index fingers and then gently press them along your eyebrows really slowly, and then pull them down across your fingers are down across your cheek so they meet at the center of your chin, and then pull them to the side, and then pull your fingers down your neck. And then you could take all of your fingers and have placed them in central to your forehead, and then pull them either side so that they pull them across the temple, and then take your fingers and push them up by the cheekbone. And then you've kind of detoxified and released some strain. And then you could do finger tugging on your hair, just tugging, pulling some strands of hair between your fingers and tugging on them. And if you don't have hair, just slight finger pressure across the scalp. Yeah. And then have a nice glass of water, sit back, relax, and listen to something that's relaxing. Maybe just trying to listen to music that hasn't got any vocals, so it's not leading you. Just let the melody lead you, and then connect and call in the angels or whoever it is you believe in. Call them in and just connect and breathe. And if you have crystals, maybe a rose quartz, you could place it on your heart center, so that's right in between, just above your bosom, right there. And then just breathe and relax. Or you could put like a stone right there where your throat is. You know, if you press down, you've got that little bit that's like a, you can push down on it, you can feel thing, I don't know what it's called. You could place a stone there, or somewhere you feel guided to, or you could lie on your front and place a rose quartz on your tailbone, or you could put one a quartz or something in your tummy button, and just sit and relax and connect to yourself and the people on the other side that are trying to help you, or trying to guide you, or trying to answer questions that you've asked them and you think, I can't hear them. Nobody's talking to me, I'm being ignored. But you're not. You'll never be ignored by the divine. Whatever, no matter what you believe in, they'll always be there to help guide you. It's all about listening, and always try and be as loving as you can. It's not always possible. We're all human, and sometimes we have moments where we just go ugh. But just surrender and release, let it go. And sometimes it's good to shout or voice how you feel. It's important to talk. Now, I wish you all a beautiful time ahead. I'm not sure when I'll be doing the next Angel News. I'll do my best. Hopefully you've enjoyed this session. It's been a very long one. Have a beautiful time of day and a beautiful week ahead. And take care of yourself, and remember to be kind to yourself and be kind to others, and act from a place of love as much as you can. Bye.